It's still not connected. So, yeah, please. What are you doing? Somehow my Bluetooth is not working. So I guess I'll have to speak from the system itself. And I'll try to hear you guys also. It's not that great, but it's not discovering my Bluetooth only. Okay, so let's begin. So we've done till which question? Anybody remembers? Anybody remembers till which question we are done? So let me show you the question paper. Maybe then you'll be able to recall. All right. Let's go down. I think we done till question 23, right? Is that correct? 23 तक कर दिया था? Ranchu, Tejas, do you remember? We are done till question 23. Now we've done this question, right? At least how many students in a class do you need?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay. So we'll begin from question 24 and 25 we'll do, and also for paper, grade 4 paper also. All right. The perimeter of a rectangle is 50. Find the maximum possible area if the sides are integers. What are integers? Integers are like numbers, natural numbers, correct? Okay. The perimeter of a rectangle is 50. Find the maximum possible area if the sides are integers. Let's do this. And put it on chat. Dhitiman, this question is there. Everybody is trying to solve it. You also try and solve it. A very simple question. Ranchu, you should know this. Okay. Ritiman has also already given the answer, which is the correct answer. See, guys, Ritiman is in which grade right now? 2 or 3?
146.
Nope. And I told you also to put it on chat, not to say in the class the answer, right? And it is not correct answer. Pranshu, you don't know this? Pranshu, I'm asking you.
So I sent the answer.
I haven't got it yet. Yeah, Tejas, now your answer is correct. I think you made a calculation error earlier. Okay, so let's understand this. Okay, first of all, if the perimeter, what is the perimeter of a rectangle? Let's understand. Okay, so there is a length, and the opposite side is also called a length, right? And there is a width and there is a width. So basically, 2 times of the length, so 2L plus 2B, 2W, or sometimes you call it breadth also. So 2 times of L plus W is equal to 50. Therefore, L plus W is equal to 25. Correct? Half of 50. Right? Now, this number has to be split in such a way that the product is maximum. And that we all know that when the numbers are as close as possible, then the product is maximum. So we know if we split, well, 25 is an odd number, right? So it cannot be split equally. So one will be 13 and the other one will be 12. So 13 times 12 is 156. That's it. Okay. So understand, whenever there is a product of two numbers, okay, there's a product of two numbers, then if the numbers are close, then the product is maximum. Let's look at this, that why this happens. Did I explain this to you last time? Why this happens? Hello, did I explain? Why this happens? Why the product, when you take the numbers very close?
So if it's more, if you draw a rectangle, so let's say you draw, so let's say you want, so let's say the number of rows, let's say you're drawing a rectangle with a perimeter of 10. If the numbers of rows is 9 and number of columns is
yeah, I explained this to you last time, is it?
It'll be 10, but the number of the area will also be 10. But
did I explain this to you last time? Did I explain this to you last time?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So there are, see, let's say there is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. So there are 9 columns. Correct? There are 9 columns. Right. So there are 9 columns. So column is 9 and your row is 1. So the row is 1. So column plus this is equal to 10. Correct? Right? Now I remove one of them from here and make it 8 and introduce it over here. And I add another 8. I make now 2 rows and 8 columns. So 8 plus 2 is again 10. Correct? But what happened here? You had 9 earlier, right? You had 9 items. You had 9 items because 9 into 1. So column into row was 9 only. Correct? Now you have 8 into 2, which is 16. Now what happened? you reduced 1 from it, you reduced 1 from here, and you introduced another 8. Correct? You reduced 1 because 1 column went away, and you introduced 8 items. Right? So you got what? 9 minus 1 is 8, 8 plus 8 is 16. And that's how you got 8 into 2 is 16. Now you remove another 2 from here. Okay, another 2. So now 16 minus 2 plus 7. Because now I will have 7 of them. Correct? And that is 7 plus 3 is equal to 10 again. So 7 columns, 3 rows, still 10. 16 minus 2 is 14. 14 plus 7 is 21. And therefore you get the 7 into 3, which is larger than this. Correct? Then you again subtract, you remove this column. Now you remove 3 items. Correct? And you introduced 6 more items. So you have a 21 minus 3 plus 6. Correct? So what do you get? 18 plus 6 is 24. Right? And that's how you get a 6 into 4. Understood? So as the numbers keep on getting closer, okay, now you'll get another. So you got 24, right? Now if you do a 5 into 5, you do a 5 into 5, you will get a square. And then once you remove this also, then it starts moving the other way around. The way it was earlier, like column and row, then now the row and column will happen. So that's how it is. Okay. So anyways, so we all know this. So good job done. All right. Let's do the last question from grade 3, and then we'll move to grade 4 paper. There are 100 ducks and dogs in a park. The number of duck legs is 50 more than the number of dog legs. How many ducks are there in the park? Let's do this. Ranshu, video on. Give me a second. Huh? Where is Tejas gone now? What happened, Tejas and Pranshu? Pranshu, video on.
So my Zoom video is not working.
What?
So in my camera is working, I checked, but in the Zoom it's not working.
Okay, no problem. Tejas, did you get it? Pranshu, did you get it? See, grade 2 student is doing all these problems and you guys are not able to do. Pranshu, so there is a concept called rabbit and chicken, right? It is something similar to this. Okay, where we what happens that let's say there's a particular number of animals, rabbit and chicken are there, and a given number is there, and the number of legs is given. So we solve it by assumption, where we say that okay, we will assume that all are chicken, and then how many legs will be there, and then we look at the difference, and then we make a replacement. So we make one replacement, which means that one rabbit comes in and one chicken goes out of the full chickens. Okay, and that has an impact of 2 because one chicken goes out, that has an impact of 2 legs, increase of 2 legs. So one chicken goes out, two legs go out, and 4 legs come in, right? So that way your number of legs increases by 2, correct? And then you see what is the gap. So for example, if you have a question which says that there are 10 chicken and rabbit, okay, chicken and rabbit put together are 10, and the number of legs is 28. Okay. Total legs is 28. Then how many chicken and how many rabbits? So what we do, we say all 10 are chicken. So if all 10 are chicken, then there are 20 legs, correct? But we need to go up to 28. Now every time I replace, okay, my legs go up by 2. And therefore I take this difference, which is I need to go up by 8 legs, and I divide it by how many replacements. So if I divide by each replacement's impact, which is 2 legs, increase of 2 legs, I get 4 replacements. And those 4 replacements become your rabbits. Tejas, did you understand, or are you looking somewhere else? Either if you are not interested, then tell your dad, why are you wasting your time? Correct. You need to be focused, right, when I'm speaking. Okay. Now let's look at this, okay? So this is the same concept we are going to apply, but here there's a problem. Here they are saying difference. So can we do it using assumption? So let's say I say that these are ducks and these are ducks and dogs and duck legs and dog legs. Let's make a table and see what happens, okay? And the difference of legs. Okay, let's do it in this way. So let's assume that all 100 are ducks. Then how many dogs will be there? There will be 0 dogs. Correct. Duck legs will become 200 in that case. Your dog legs will become 0. And your difference of legs will be 200 minus 0, which is 200. All with me? So far, so good? Clear? Okay. Now let's see. I replace by 1 dog. What happens? So if I get 199 ducks now and 1 dog, my 99 will give me 198 duck legs. And the dog legs will become 4. One dog will have 4 legs, correct? And therefore, my difference will be 198 minus 4, which is 194. What happened? The difference decreased by 6. The difference decreased by 6. Correct? Correct or not? Right? This is the impact which is. Now let's look at this. Why it happened also, understand this. So let's say you have a duck legs here and the dog legs are here. Okay. Dog leg here and duck leg over there. You have a number here 200. You remove 1 duck. You come down by 2 and you come down to 198. Correct? And you get 1 dog here. You go up by 4. So 2 from this side, 4 from this side. The gap reduces by 6. And that is the 6. Correct? Understood? Now we know we have to come down from a difference of 200 to a difference of 50. What is the gap here? What is the gap here? 150, correct? Right. Therefore, 150 divided by this 6. I need to get 25 dogs in. Correct. I need to get 25 dogs in. So if I get 25 dogs in, therefore my ducks will remain 100 minus 25, which is 75. This is a way of doing it logically if you don't know how to do it. Okay. Now we will explore another way where we'll use the bar model or unit model. Okay. So let's say I am saying that the duck legs are these many and dog legs are less. Less by how much? This is 50 legs, correct? Right, 50 legs, right? So this 50 legs will come from how many ducks? It will come from 25 ducks, correct? Now the legs are equal. In this case, the legs are equal, right? Now ducks have 2 legs, so divide this by 2. Okay. Dogs have 4 legs, so divide this by 4. We can clearly see that the duck leg, the number of ducks is twice the number of dogs for equal legs. Twice the number of dogs for equal legs. Now, 25 ducks when we took out from the total animals, my number of animals left is 100 minus 25, which is 75. Now I know that if the dog is 1 part, then the duck is 2 parts for these equal legs. Then only the legs will be equal, correct? So this is this is equal to 75 animals. Okay, therefore the dogs are 25 and the ducks are 25 plus 25, 50 for the equal legs, 50 ducks. But we had 25 ducks aside, which we had kept aside for the extra 50 legs, right? So we bring that back in and add this to this 50 plus 25, we get 75. Did you understand? Did you all understand this? Yeah, Ditiman.
So when you were doing with that bar, I was getting a little bit confused.
I'll again explain to you. So first we compare. What is the comparison given? The comparison is given between their legs, correct?
Yes, sir.
So the ducks have 50 extra legs. So this part is 50 legs. Correct?
Yes.
This 50 legs of ducks comes from how many ducks? It will come from 25 ducks, right? 50 divided by 2. Because each duck has got 25, right? Now if we take out these 25 ducks from the 100 animals, we are left with 75 animals. Right? Correct? 75 animals, right?
Yes, sir.
From the total animal, 75 animals. Now, if you don't consider this one, now the duck legs and dog legs are equal. Correct? And ducks have 2 legs. So divided by 2. So this part becomes the count of ducks. If this is count of duck, then this is duck legs. Correct or not? And similarly, divide this into 4 parts. So this one will become the count of dogs and this one will be the count of dog legs. Right? Isn't it? And we can clearly see if the legs are equal, then the ducks have to be double of dog. Correct?
Yes.
Right? And now make another bar model where you say the dog is 1 part and the ducks are 2 parts because of this logic. Okay. And these 3 parts put together is equal to the 75 animals. Because the 75 animals is for all the equal legs. Correct? Hello. And then you get the 75 divided into 3 parts, you get 25 each, which means that the ducks here for equal legs are 50 and dogs are 25. Okay. Now, this is for the equal legs, but there were 25 ducks also which gave the extra legs, correct? So you have to bring back that 50 plus that 25 from there. Okay, and add it up, you get 75. Did you understand now?
Yes, sir, I understand now.
Okay, interesting question, right? Interesting way of solving it, right? Okay. And there is something else which we can do. When nothing works, we can always use something called equations. Okay, let's see how the equation works. Okay. So we know, let's call the ducks as capital D and the dogs as small d. D plus D is equal to 100, correct? Now the ducks have 2 legs, correct? Therefore, if I multiply it by 2, so 2D minus 4 small d, because each dog has got 4 legs and the ducks have more legs, is equal to 50. Correct? We want to find out the ducks. So we will try to get rid of the dogs. Here we have a negative sign, here we have a positive sign. So if we add it up and if they were equal, then they will cancel each other. But this is smaller. This is not 4. So multiply the whole thing by 4 on this side and also on this side. So this one will become 400. Okay. And then you add it up. So 4D minus 4D will cancel out. You will get 6 of D is equal to, add these two up, you get 450. And therefore the D is equal to 450 divided by 6, which is 75. This is even simpler, correct? Okay, so did we get this? Okay, so now let's go to grade 4 paper. The last two questions. Tejas, are you there? All right. There are 10 red balls, 7 green balls, and 5 yellow balls. If you are blindfolded and asked to pick 2 each of red, green, and yellow balls, then at least how many balls will you pick up to ensure this? Nope, 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 nope. All of you are wrong. No, sir, that is also wrong. They just think about it. Think about this question. Think about it. Don't quickly answer. This is with worst case scenario, which talks about pigeonhole principle kind of a thing. Okay, you have to think about it. You have to ensure this, that you get at least you get 2 of red and 2 of green and 2 of yellow. At least. That is your condition. At least you need to have this one. You can have more than 2, that's fine. But there should be at least 2. Now you got it right, Mr. Tejas. Good job. Good job. You thought about it, right? You thought about it. That worst case scenario, what is going to happen, correct? How you can delay? How you can delay it? You have to think that way. How you can delay what you want? How you can delay? You keep on picking, but you are not getting what you want. And how will you delay it? You thought that, right? Good job. Tejas, good job. Ditiman, think. It's okay even if you don't get it, it's okay, but think about it. See, if the question was like this, that, you know,
So if the
question was like this, that you have to get only two balls of the same color, how many will you pick up? So what will you do? You try to delay that process, correct? So you pick up first a red and then a green, because of any color, two balls. Then you will say, no, now I won't get a red or green, this time I'll get a yellow. Now the third color which I'll get has to make it two balls, correct? But here we are talking about two balls of each color. So then what happens in this case is that we are going to delay this. So we are going to pick up first all 10 red balls. So I got my two reds, but I'm still away from my two greens and two yellows. Now the next biggest count is green. So I will get 7 greens again. Okay. So I got my 2 greens also this time. Correct. From this. Right. And now when I pick up another 2 balls, they will be yellow only. Sorry, 2 yellow. There will be 2 yellow only. And therefore I need 19 balls. When you pick up 19 balls, you will definitely get 2 of each. Did you understand?
Yes, sir.
So this is a little tricky pigeonhole with this thing, because it's not difficult. Okay, all right. Let's do the next one, last one. Okay, again a geometry related question, like the last grade. The area of a rectangle is 40 and both its adjacent sides are integers larger than 1. Find the difference between the largest and smallest possible perimeters. Perimeters. Are we done?
No, sir. I only know to calculate area, but not perimeter.
Didhiman, your answer is correct. First one, you made a calculation error, I think. Always remember, even minus even is always even. Correct. So the moment you get an odd answer, that is odd. So you have to figure out that I have done some calculation error. Tejas, are you done?
No, sir.
All right. So in this case, we know that a rectangle's area. What is a rectangle's area's formula? Length multiplied by width, correct? And it is saying integers, right? So we will just look at the factors of 40. So if one side is 1, the other side will be 40. But it says very clearly that the integers are larger than 1. So this one is not, this combination is not possible. Correct. Second combination we can have is a 2 and 20, right? The third combination I can have is a 4 and a 10.
Why not 2 and 30?
How 2 into 30? 2 into 30 will become 40. 2 into 20 will become 40, na?
Yes, sir.
The 4 into 10, and then the last one is 5 into 8. Correct. So this is the closest one. When they are very close, squarish, they will give the same area, but the perimeter will be small. Okay. Perimeter will be small. So the see, if this is length and width, then the sum of this is 13 and double of this, which is the perimeter, will become 26. Right? That is 8 plus 5 multiplied by 2. 8 plus 5 multiplied by 2. It will be 26. And the more they are far apart, their perimeter will be longer. You need a larger perimeter rectangle to give you the same area. Okay, so 2 plus 20, sorry, 2 plus 20, not 40. 2 plus 20 is 22. Okay, so 22 times 2 is 44. So that's your largest perimeter. And this is your smallest perimeter. So 44 minus 26, your answer is 18. Okay. Did you get it, Tejas?
Yes, sir.
All right, then. That brings us to the end of this session. From next week onwards, we will do some at random. We'll do some new learning topic. GJMAT sample papers are over. Okay, so we will do some random topics, and one topic I'll take up and I'll explain that topic. Okay. All right.
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much. Bye bye.